Hello, everybody. Good evening. Hope you're feeling well. I feel okay. We're still in the middle of Golden Week here in Japan. I'm on day 2 of my work week, which does not pay attention to any holidays. I just go to work every day. I get a lot done, I'll be honest. Today I put on my headphones and listened to, I'm not kidding, over 2 hours of Castlevania music on YouTube while I just worked and worked and worked and worked and worked. Got in the zone, didn't talk to anybody, just did work. It was productive, but it did feel a little weird. I really wasn't interacting with any human beings. I was just writing things down. Not even writing, just like organizing files. I don't know. Anyway, the big thing today that I want to talk about was something my friend Justin, JJ, he said something on Twitter this, from my perspective, this morning, talking about his work. Now, not about his work like what he gets paid to do, like his work in general. He used to live in Japan. He used to work for 8-4. They localize video games. If we're being honest, I was very, very envious of JJ's position because he got to work on video games and write things that I never got to do. And he's a very good photographer. And he's a nice guy. I've met him many times. Very nice guy. Anyway, he left 8-4 rather suddenly a couple years ago. And then he left Japan. He moved to America. And now he works for Nintendo. So I'm still a little envious of JJ. But beyond that point, he was talking today about jobs. And he talked about how when he was looking for jobs after 8-4, he knew that any job he got in Japan would be torturous. Because Japanese companies torture their employees. You just work all the time. Now, I'm lucky in that my current job is pretty generous. I never work late hours. I just show up and I do my job. But video game companies, especially in Japan, are famously harsh. JJ's story was that he was offered a job and they were like, oh, well, you'll probably have to work like 60 hours a week and then you get some overtime. Like the baseline is 60 hours a week. And he's like, fuck that. And in reacting to all this stuff, JJ wrote something on Twitter today. I'm going to read it verbatim. I have 5 jobs. I'm in charge of keeping my mind and body healthy. I am a guide and a source of unwavering love for my children. I am an equal partner to the woman I love. I am an ear and a hype man for my friends. I am a translator at an amazing company. In that order. And I've been thinking about this all day. I'm a little bit older than JJ. And increasingly, I feel a little worried about my position in the world. It's becoming more and more evident to me that no one's going to hire me for anything other than what I've been doing my entire life, which in the case of the last 12 years has been teaching English. I've tried several times to get out of teaching English. Nobody wants to hire me for that. And some days I feel very bad about that. I'd like to think that what JJ wrote today was a good reminder that my job doesn't define me. I've been teaching English for the last 12 years. That doesn't make me an English teacher. You can't sum me up by saying, there's Diamond, he's an English teacher. Just not how it works. I'm way more than that. And it's hard to remember that sometimes. It's hard because I spend so much time. I spend 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, working at a school. I work for a company and they define me as an English teacher. I know the people above me view me as an English teacher, first and foremost. That's basically the end, I don't even know if they would even entertain my application for some other job. If I talked to them and said, hey, I want to do marketing, I would imagine they would probably laugh. I don't really want to do marketing. But for years now, for a good 10 years now, I've been doing freelance writing. And I've tried to find a job where I write. I do not know how to get that job. I don't know if that job exists anymore in the world of the internet where everyone gets paid nothing to write 100 articles a day about everything. I can't farm out stories about Games of Thrones. I'm not fucking watching Game of Thrones. Fuck that show. But whatever the topic, I mean, I couldn't write daily video game articles at this point, I don't think. Not without, again, if it was a full-time job and all I had to do all day was play video games and write about them, I could possibly do that. But how would I have time to play the games and write about them at the same time? I don't know if I could. So, yeah, I just think about what JJ wrote. I'm in charge of maintaining my own happiness and identity. I am trying to be supportive of my children and let them know that I love them. I'm trying to be a supportive husband and keep my wife's life from getting any harder because she has to work and do all this stuff at home. I try to support my friends, but God, my friends are so far away now. And then fifth place, I guess, is the job I do all day, every day. But I'm also a writer. Is that 6 jobs? Do I have 6 jobs? Can I work 6 jobs? What about all the stuff I do on the internet? I feel like that's a job unto itself these days. So I don't know. I don't know what this means in the big picture. I still want to write. The feeling I get when I write something and I share it and people respond to it, it's a really good feeling. The feeling I get when people respond to these videos, very rare, but when people respond to these videos, it's a wonderful feeling. When people respond to something that I've made, it feels good. The stuff I make at work is just, it's stuff that keeps the lights on at work. There's no emotion there. I feel good that I do it, but it's not creative for me. I'm still trying to find a way to increase my creative output and decrease my it's a living output. But no matter what happens, the writing, the day job, it can't surpass the important stuff like my kids. It can't. Even though these days when I come home from work and I try to do other stuff, I feel like my kids are falling to the background because my kids now have stuff. They're doing their homework. They want to watch TV. They want to play video games. I'm running out of time to spend with my kids. Now they're busy. I'm busy and the kids are busy at the same time. What do I do now? I don't have an answer, and this video is already impossibly long. So I'm going to call it there. I hope everyone out there thinks about what their jobs are in life. I hope everyone out there thinks about their priorities. If I matter to you, thank you. I hope you tell me that I matter to you. I'm going to try to keep mattering to everybody that I care about. And I'm going to try to keep being creative. Like these videos. This counts as creativity. This is another job. That's 7 jobs, I guess. Anyway. Good night, everybody. I love you.